Hi, I'm Wendy with Shoot to Thrill, all-girl AC/DC tribute. I'm going to grab a beer, and then we're going to talk gear. We got Miller Lite. Yeah.
Grab a beer. Let's talk gear.
I got my beer. Hope you got yours. I play Malcolm in the band, so I'm going to talk to you about Malcolm gear. And first, we're going to talk about guitars. So this is the first Malcolm iconic guitar. People tell me all the time, girl, that guitar is broken. What is wrong with your guitar? But actually, Malcolm played a 1963 Gretsch Jet Firebird, and he never played these pickups, so he just took them out. So that's why my guitar's not broken, I swear. But this is a 1979 Gretsch that I got. I was looking for one, and I got this used from a man that was in an AC/DC tribute in the 80s, and it sat in his attic for 20 plus years. And he had already done the modifications, but we didn't really know if it was going to work since it had been sitting around so long. But it did. Actually, this pickup worked great. Just needed some new strings and some rust off and a little intonation adjustment. And it plays really well. So it's really smooth. It's got a nice low tone to kind of stay out of the way of the solos of the Angus in our band. So you'll hear it's kind of meaty. Meaty, so real easy to play. Just roll off my tone all the way off. Like I said, get out of the way of the highs for the singing and the Angus. So that's the first guitar. Let's have a sip of beer between guitars. All right. So the second guitar that Malcolm is famous for, probably the only other guitar that you see him in pictures, is the White Gretsch. So he played a 1959 Gretsch White Falcon. This is actually a White Panther, and it had a Bigsby, but it's been upgraded to a Cadillac bridge to be more AC/DC-like, which we like to do in our tribute band. Try to get the gear as close as possible. He played this on the Back in Black tour, as well as for those about to rock. I think he found it a little noisy, but this guitar actually has more wood here in the center, and I find it to be really lovely. It's new to me too, so it's kind of exciting to play, but I really like it on the picking Back in Black songs. So that's the White Gretsch. We should probably have another sip of beer and then talk about amps. So let's do that. Cheers. So Angus and Malcolm both played JTM 45s, and they played 1971 Super Bass Marshall heads. And Susan and I both play JCM 900s. And people ask me about my settings, and nothing special. I roll off my highs to stay out of the way of the Angus solos and the singing. And I don't have as much distortion as some people would think. Just like a medium amount, and I kind of roll off my volume just to get it a little cleaner in some of the older stuff. I don't play with any effects or pedals. I just play through a Shure wireless just so we can move around. It's also my tuner. I used to play a 100-watt head, but I went back to the 50. This is my favorite head. I just feel like I get more drive of the tubes. It's a little warmer, and I just love it. And the other thing people ask me about are my picks, that they're a little odd. So I do play white Fender mediums, triangles, large triangles. And I started playing these in my original band when I was doing a lot of hybrid hybrid picking and strumming so I could tuck it here, and when I flipped it around, there's no wrong side because it's a triangle. And I always play white picks because I put them in my bra, so if I drop one I can grab it real quick. But I would come home from gigs and take off my clothes and there would be a pick sitting here and I would think it was a bug and I would get freaked out. So now I always play white picks and they're always triangles. So I think that's it. Oh, there is one more thing. I forgot about the cab. So this is my cab called Butter. So we call him Butter because he's smooth and tasty, and for whatever reason, I've got lots of cabs. He sounds the best. So he is a 1960 vintage Marshall cab, and we just have no idea why. It's just whenever we record, when I take him everywhere I go, Butter is the man. I think that's it. Maybe. Well, I'm Wendy from Shoot to Thrill, all-girl AC/DC tribute band. Thank you for joining me on Grab a Beer, Let's Talk Gear. Check us out on our website. It's probably like right here in your screen for upcoming gigs. And see you on the next episode. Rock on.